Wanderers. If you haven't checked out our TikTok page yet, please do, and make sure you hit the follow button. When we get 1,000 followers, we'll be able to view exclusive content and go live on TikTok.
So Patrick, do you play Dungeons and Dragons?
So funny you asked that. I started my first campaign a couple weeks ago.
What does that mean?
So that's basically so when Dungeons and Dragons, a campaign is basically like the story you run.
Okay.
So I started my first story and it ended after 2 sessions.
Oh, your character died.
No, the DM's computer died.
Oh, I've never heard of that one before.
So
see, the most I know is Big Bang Theory when they play it.
Not at all the same thing.
Right, but they're like, but then the dragon came through. And they're like, but I put out my sword. And like, but this dragon doesn't get killed by swords.
It's similar to that.
Okay.
There's a D&D podcast I listen to called Dungeons and Dragons, not a BDSM podcast. Basically,
gotta plug that. We were all just staring at you like, did he really just say that? Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That's what they say in the podcast.
Okay, cool.
Wait, there's
Cool.
Okay, that's a whole nother conversation, I feel, but we'll go with this first.
Save that for the other one.
Wicked Wanderings After Dark. Anyways. Okay. Hi, I'm Hannah. Join me as I delve into true crime, paranormal encounters, and all things spooky. Grab your flashlight and get ready to wander into the darkness with me. This is Wicked Wanderings. Hello, Wanderers. We have a plethora of people here, using a big word this morning. Hello, Rob.
Hello, Hannah.
And Courtney is back.
Hi,
Courtney.
Hannah. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Courtney.
And we have a special guest. Rob, do you want to introduce our guest?
Yeah, this is my youngest cousin.
Wait, is he the youngest, though? Or
Yes, he is absolutely the youngest.
Okay.
He comes from a family of 6 siblings. He's one of 7, and he is the youngest. And it's my cousin Patrick.
The reason I said something was because he's a twin. Everybody, so.
Yes,
He
yes.
is the oldest.
Yes, I guess they really wanted a boy, so they kept on trying. So he has 6 sisters.
Wow.
They saved the best for last.
There you go. There you go.
Always. So thank you for joining us today. We have a episode today that's a little odd, yet hilarious, yet morbid. I think it will be interesting.
All the things we love.
Yeah,
I'm all
the
for
things that's excellent. So we are going to talk about the last meals that criminals have before execution.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So to start it off, I actually do have a question I want to propose to everyone. Don't feel like you have to answer, because it can be a very personal question. It can be a very political question. So do not feel like you have to answer. But whoever does want to, I'm curious. Do you agree with the death penalty?
No.
No,
I
Courtney's
don't.
a no.
No, I feel like I would be a really poor behavior interventionist if I said that I believed that people's behavior couldn't be changed.
Yeah.
I'm really troubled by the legal system, honestly, and I feel like we do criminals a big disservice by not actually rehabbing them and not providing any support for changed behavior in the future. So no, I don't necessarily agree with the execution of people. I also see how many times we've wrongfully accused somebody, right? Of how, oh, darn, they went to execution last week,
Yep.
but
Oh, well.
we found new evidence. So I'll have to say, I'll be the first one to speak up. I would say no.
Thank you.
Well, that would be my main reason of saying no, is because the falsely accused. And yeah, falsely convicted.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would agree with no for the same reason. Plus, I feel like having somebody just in a room for doing like such a heinous crime, like something completely like insane, is more punishable than killing them.
Yeah.
Plus, if they were wrongly accused, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for answering. So I think it's a unanimous no. I'm also no. I totally agree with what everyone said, especially Courtney, coming from a behaviorist point of view. Also, from working in a school, I'm thinking of how our schools are so understaffed, and like, could we have caught something when they were young, whether it was in need of a DCF intervention, whether it was just a different service that they might have needed, and we just didn't catch it, or we were just so stretched thin that we just let it go. Yeah. And so, yeah, I'm not for it either. So thank you all for participating in that, because I know it's not always, you know, it's like, what religion are you? Like, oh, is there
I'm
a heaven?
a Jedi.
I thought you were Batman.
No, that's my alternate identity.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Jedi is my religion. I worship Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, Jar Jar. Okay, that's a different podcast, everybody, because I do love myself some Star Trek. But anyways, that's a whole other podcast.
Weren't you just watching that the other day?
Yes, maybe. Yes, maybe I was.
You were watching Star Wars?
Star Trek.
Star Trek, yes.
The Next Generation.
Yes. You had it on the TV last night during dinner.
Jean-Luc Picard.
And I said, just keep it on. It's fine.
Captain Janeway's my favorite, but that's a whole other topic. Anyways, so it's customary, right, with executions that they get to pick what their last meal is, which honestly I think is a very weird thing. Like, how did people come up with that?
Yeah. How out of all the things you could have a choice over, and you've been locked up for so long with no choice, and like, you know what, you should have a choice over the last thing you eat.
Exactly.
Seems a little weird.
Right. What is that?
I don't know.
Maybe there was like some cultural piece to food. Like, you know how some people will say like feeding your guest is like, it's a way of showing love. Maybe they feel like it's like a self-love piece.
I can't imagine focusing on a food at that point.
I feel like I don't know what I would want. I would just like, if somebody said to me, what would your last meal be? No, that's not true. I would have dino nuggets and mac and cheese. I do know that. I do know that. I do.
But if you think about it, you're on death row probably for multiple years before you even get executed.
Yep.
They probably give you the last meal because, you know, you're probably thinking like, oh, you know what I could really go for right now? Some tacos.
Right, but why is it a meal? Because I'm thinking about things that I would want a last of if my time were going to be tomorrow. And I'm like, the last time I could read a book, the last time I could listen to
vibrator.
A song. Yeah, exactly, Rob. Now he's thinking.
Or meet with your family.
Well, that would be second to the vibrator. But there's a lot of things that I can think of that would definitely, for me at least, come before food.
So what's interesting too is nowadays they don't allow any alcohol or tobacco, which I was like, how can you put a stipulation? You know, if someone wants to have a cigar or if they want to drink a whole pint of beer, like, who cares?
Or
so
smoke a joint.
So I don't know if it's something to do with
Ease the nerves, you know?
Take a weed gummy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has something to do with the injection that they do nowadays, if it messes with it. But
are they afraid it's going to kill them if they have drank? Just, you know,
right.
Not really sure what the problem is there.
I mean, if it's gonna kill them and they're gonna get executed anyways, you know, it's saving them money on supplies.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's not at their hand anymore. If somebody drinks themselves to death, then I think it counts as a suicide, right? Or an overdose?
Yeah, that's not killing somebody. It's somebody killing themselves.
So Texas no longer allows last meals. So it's kind of like when you're in school and it's like that one teacher lets you do something, that one kid ruins it for everybody else.
Please tell me you know how he ruined it for everybody else.
I do.
Spectacular.
Sweet.
Lawrence Russell Brewer, he refused to eat the massive amount of food he had requested. Like, I'm not eating that.
Oh, it's always a Lawrence.
I was just going to say that. It was like you were reading my mind, Patrick. That was weird.
Do you know a Lawrence?
No.
No,
for that reason.
Me either, but it just feels like a very Lawrence thing.
I know of Lawrences that have, like, you know, ruined things for other people.
Not great people, those Lawrences.
Exactly.
Not great people.
Exactly.
Okay, so first person, Stephen Wayne Anderson. Okay. He was a contract killer and he had escaped Utah jail because he did a burglary and he decided to escape because apparently he could. And
just an average Tuesday.
Just an average.
In Utah.
In Utah.
Tuesday.
So once he escaped, he decided he was going to do some contract killings, and he ended up working with drug traffickers. This douche canoe killed an 81-year-old woman. Like, who the fuck does that, by the way?
Defenseless old woman.
Who hires someone to kill an 80-something-year-old woman?
That's a better question. That is a much better question.
What did the 81-year-old woman do to get a hit on her?
Whoa. What makes you assume she did something?
I mean, if a contract killer's going after you, you know, something had to have happened.
The wrongfully accused.
So apparently he was looking for money, but he didn't find much. So this is the thing. Couldn't find much money. So he decided, it's around midnight. I'm hungry. I'm going to make a meal. And that, my friends, was what set the neighbors off. Because what 81-year-old woman is cooking at midnight?
You'd be
No one.
surprised.
One with dementia, actually. As someone who's worked on a dementia ward, one with dementia. You should check on her, but they
Well,
might be cooking.
So that's why they called the cops.
Okay, makes sense.
So he ended up being arrested and then put on death row. And his last meal was 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, 1 pint of cottage cheese.
Disgusting.
I love cottage cheese.
What about it is something that you're like, this is delicious?
So I grew up with my mother eating cottage cheese, and so I naturally ate it too. But a lot of people put fruit in it. I don't like it like that. I like it as a savory dish, salt and pepper.
I was just
So
going to ask,
good.
that was my follow-up question is, are you a sweet or savory?
Savory.
Okay, I can respect that. The fruit in it is just really weird for me. It's too many textures.
The only fruit that I would put in it that I've liked is pineapple. Anything else,
Interesting.
it's not the same.
I might
Patrick?
give it a try again that way.
Any thoughts on the cottage cheese?
So like Rob's mother, I grew up with my mother eating cottage chease,
It must be a
but
family
I
thing.
don't like it.
It's gross. It's the texture, right?
It looks like throw up.
Thank you.
Like I can't look at it and not think this is puke. This is puke.
There's something else that it looks like, but we won't go there.
Probably should go to a doctor if it looks like
Yeah.
that. But anyways,
That's a different podcast.
different podcast, Wicked Wanderings After Dark, everyone. I like cottage cheese too. But I don't think I'd add it to my last meal.
It's not something you love that much.
Right.
It's not on the Dino Nuggets level.
Applesauce is better.
So after the cottage cheese, a hominy corn mixture.
A hominy? What's a hominy?
It was probably something with corn mixed in. It's kind of like those like medleys, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Radishes. Yeah, why, right?
Was
Are
this Animal Crossing?
I love Animal Crossing. Shameless plug. I still play it at home on my Switch.
Do you really?
Sure do.
I didn't know you had a Switch.
Yes, you did.
No, I
We
didn't.
just talked about this 10 minutes before the show.
No, I was talking to him.
Oh, I was in the room also participating, but apparently Hannah's ears were only dialed into Patrick.
Apparently.
You know that
sorry.
Mexican taco truck that is by my mother's house? They serve
Those are good
sliced
tacos.
radishes with the tacos.
But
that
it's
they
good
sell.
to put them on top, though. There's
Yes.
something about that crunch.
Mm.
Now you're making me hungry. We just ate. 1 piece of peach pie and 1 pint of chocolate chip ice cream.
I can respect that.
A whole pint.
A whole pint.
I
Yep.
can kill a whole pint.
Don't know if he ate the whole thing, but you know he got lethal
Oh no,
injection.
he ate it.
You-
He had to have eaten it. You can't not eat a whole pint of ice cream.
Love it. So the next guy, Joe Arity.
Already?
Yes. And this is actually really sad. Court, you'll be sad with me because we're in the mental health field. So they actually believed him to be innocent
Oh.
after the execution. He
Good
had
reason not to do it.
he had a low IQ, unfortunately. He had mental illness.
Great.
So supposedly his crime was killing a 15-year-old girl. He did admit to it, but they believe it was false. I'm sure it was something like the police are, badgering the freaking hell out of you.
Yeah,
And
12 hours of questioning will make
Right.
a person who's already teetering.
Because how many of our clients have a yes or no program because they can't
Out
differentiate.
of a caseload of 12, I have 11 kids right now who cannot differentiate between
Yeah.
yes and no.
So his execution actually was a gas chamber, which is just
That's
freaking awful. It
What
was
year? Did you have the year?
1939.
Oh, okay. Well, 39. I mean,
I never remember a gas chamber one though.
that was a long time ago.
But he asked for ice cream.
Aw.
I know.
What kind?
It doesn't say.
I
Maybe
hope
he
it-
didn't
says ice
care.
cream.
Maybe he was just like, you know what? I need some comfort ice cream.
So this kind of reminds me of The Green Mile. Has anyone seen The Green Mile?
Mm-hmm.
It was actually a Stephen King book, but they made it into a movie. And so this man who had mental illness, did he have mental illness, Rob? It was more like,
Yeah, he was slow.
yeah. And so he was accused of doing, killing 2 girls, but he didn't. And so it just kind of reminds me of that. Just kind of breaks my heart.
And in that, they did the electric chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that's probably the worst way of execution.
Oh my God, right?
Agree. I
Oh.
would take the gas chamber over that.
So I'd take a firing squad.
Yes,
firing
I
brigade.
actually have one. I don't know. I might actually do the guillotine.
Ooh.
Because automatically get severed.
Yeah, but what if you don't?
Yeah, but then your neck just gets cut off.
Right, and you die.
But what if you don't?
How can
I
you
hate to
not
say that.
die?
It might
but
take
now-
a couple seconds longer.
Yeah, but when they bury you, your head is detached
But
from
you
your
can
body.
sew it back together.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Boy. This is getting into a whole different realm.
I'd rather take lethal injection.
But lethal injection, they've been known not to work, and they have terrible seizures.
Yeah, they've been having a lot of issues with the chemicals. There's one major chemical that they haven't been able to reproduce because there's pharmaceutical companies that are refusing to make it.
All right, getting shot it is then.
So our next person is Odell Barnes.
That's an interesting first name.
It is an interesting
Odell.
first.
That's very eloquent.
He was born in 68, so I feel like
Okay.
it's like a 68 name.
Good year.
So his way was lethal injection because he was killed in 2000. The progress of like how everything happened with him, like the conviction, the trial, and everything was super fast. So it actually caused a lot of anti-death penalty groups to speak out on his. But his last meal was justice, equality, and world peace.
Did he get it?
I don't think so. I just thought that one was interesting because he didn't ask for anything. He just wanted justice, equality, and world peace. I thought there was something to that.
They're like cookies shaped in justice, equality.
So
and
the
peace.
way, so the
Heart-shaped
cookbook,
cookies.
Exactly.
the cookbook is by Ashley Lecker. So she's actually very interesting to read. But she ended up doing a recipe for dinner rolls because she thought it was like a comforting type food.
Okay.
But yeah. that's
So
what
this
it is.
book is actually a cookbook that we can reproduce
yeah.
these meals.
Oh, 100%. And like they're decent meals. It's just she does them on, type of trays that you would get in a cafeteria.
Oh.
So,
Wait, so this is all from a cookbook?
yeah.
Yes.
Does it like give the backstory of the person? Like
Yes.
it does?
Yeah. The Serial Killer Cookbook by Ashley Lecker.
Oh, that's wild.
Isn't that awesome?
That's kind of cool.
See, you need to come on the podcast more, Patrick. We talk about all this weird shit. I actually think when I bought this, because I bought it with Courtney, that the woman that saw me buy this, that checked me out, I think she gave me a look because... Cool. Okay, let's keep going. So the next one is Lawrence Russell Brewer. Remember I told you we were going to talk about him? The guy that ruined it for everybody else?
This guy.
Yes. So he gets worse. He's a white supremacist. Yeah, let's just hate on him right now.
Gross.
He brutally tortured and murdered James Byrd Jr., who was an African American. He did get the lethal injection. And his last meal, you will not believe what this guy ordered. Like, freaking hell. Are you all ready for this?
Yep.
Okay.
I hope there's McDonald's in there.
So, 2 chicken... And the thing is, also, Patrick, this was not long ago. 2011.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay, now I'm really
little
intrigued.
decade.
So, he had killed James in 1998. So, this was not long ago.
Wait, so he did the crime in 1998, was killed in 2011?
Correct.
Why did it take so long?
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
A sincere expression of gratitude to our esteemed patrons for their generous monthly contributions. Lynn, Courtney, Stephanie, Kate, Karen, Ashling, Mark, Jake, Brooke, and Margie. You too can become a valued patron and unlock a realm of exclusive content by supporting our mission for as little as $3 a month. Your contributions sustain our commitment to delivering high-quality content. Visit wickedwanderingspodcast.com and click on the support tab to join the ranks of our dedicated patrons. Thank you for considering this opportunity to deepen your engagement with Wicked Wanderings. Your support is paramount in enabling us to continue our journey into the realms of mystery and true crime. And now, back to the shit show. Weren't you the one that said earlier, like, it takes forever for these things to go through?
Well, I was thinking like more like half the time that it took with this one.
Like 5 years.
I mean, 5 years is a long time to be sitting in a cell.
I mean,
true.
he must have
That's
had appeal after appeal after appeal, I'm sure.
Probably.
So he had 2 chicken fried steaks with gravy and sliced onions, a triple meat bacon cheeseburger with fixings on the side,
My guy.
a cheese omelet with ground beef. Ew, what's a cheese omelet with ground beef? Ground beef, tomato, onions, bell peppers, and jalapenos.
That actually sounds good.
Fried okra with ketchup.
Ooh.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
It's a southern thing. It's a vegetable. But yeah,
It's kind of like a leek, isn't it?
Is it a green vegetable?
it is
Yeah.
green, yeah. But it's not lettuce.
It's not leafy.
It's not leafy.
Is it
no.
more like asparagus? Oh, so it kind of looks like a pea pod
Yeah, you chop it up.
May I see?
or a little pepper.
Yeah, you don't. You
What
chop
is that
it up
motion
in
you're doing?
in circles. You chop it up in circles. Like if you take a jalapeno and you slice it.
Jalapeno.
So that's what you do. You slice them and
You
then
slice
you fry
it
them.
into circles.
You slice it into circles.
So you cut
yeah.
it up
So
like
it
a
looks
green
that.
onion
See
type
that?
feel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See the inside?
Ah,
Yeah.
looks like a pinwheel.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks different than I thought it
Well,
would.
it kind of gives me jalapeno vibes.
But I
Yes,
wouldn't
exactly.
put ketchup on it.
So
No.
this is
Well, fried.
this is the fried
Oh, true.
ones.
It looks like fried Brussels sprouts almost.
Huh.
It doesn't look too bad.
Really, you guys don't know what okra is?
I don't think I would eat it.
Okay, mister, I was born in Massachusetts.
What's wrong with
Acting
being
like
born
you're-
in Massachusetts?
Nothing, but you're acting like you're from the South and you know what you're
Southern
talking about.
Massachusetts.
Ooh, I'm gonna make this for you. Garlic roasted okra.
We are getting off topic.
It's fine. It's
What?
a cookbook.
It is a cookbook, you're right.
Cook podcast. We
One-
changed it.
1 pound of barbecue with half a loaf of white bread.
What does that mean? 1 pound of barbecue.
Like just the
Yeah.
sauce.
It must have been a barbecue piece of meat. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but you
Okay.
can barbecue chicken. You can barbecue.
Ribs.
Yeah, pork, right?
One of everything.
I don't know. It must have been something
What?
she couldn't
One
find
or
out.
anything?
I guess we'll go with a beef of some kind. Maybe pig,
I'm guessing it was probably chicken.
Yeah.
chicken. 3 fajitas with fixings.
Fixins. This is definitely the South.
3 seems like a very random number.
It is a random number.
What kind of fixings?
You guys are asking too many questions.
We're
I
never
mean,
gonna get through.
sour cream.
We're never gonna get through all the ones that you picked out.
Well, I was worried I wasn't gonna have enough, so I'm glad I do. A meat lover's pizza, typically pepperoni, sausage, bacon, Canadian bacon, and ground beef.
Respect.
3 root beers.
3.
Why'd you say it like root beer?
I don't know.
Root
Why do
beer
you
is a
s-
mood.
Always with a straw, though, right? Like you can't drink a root beer without
Well,
a straw.
So I got a root beer at work yesterday because like I was on break. I went to Target, grabbed like break food, and I saw root beer in the freezer or the fridge, and I was like, oh, I haven't had a good root beer in forever.
Wait,
Was
was
it-
it A&W?
Or
It
was
was
it Barks?
A&W.
It wasn't Barks? Oh.
No,
Barks is crap.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. A&W is very good root beer.
A&W is the best.
I bet Lawrence had A&W.
Lawrence.
Lawrence. 1 pint of Bluebell vanilla ice cream.
Lame.
And a slab of peanut butter fudge with crushed peanuts.
Okay.
Brewer then refused the meal he requested, after which Texas stopped offering less meals statewide, which we talked
Wow.
about.
He knew what he was doing.
He did.
That was
He just
intentional.
he wanted to be a menace.
He did. Exactly.
One
That's
last
exactly
time.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't that his right?
He wanted to be a menace. He wanted to go out being a menace.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
I like it.
I just I
Lawrence.
don't understand why it matters whether he eats it or not.
Right.
Like it's everyone should be deserved of their last meal. And if they don't feel like eating it, then so be it. It's their last meal.
Yeah.
Has it ever occurred to anybody that, like, perhaps on a day where you're contemplating your whole existence and you know you're going to die tomorrow, that maybe you're not hungry?
Yeah, right.
Because I don't think that that's
Right.
why I was like, why does it have to be that? Like, if I was going to die tomorrow, I would be more apt to pick a movie or to pick like a book or like a mood music.
Or friends or family care about.
It wouldn't be food that would be on my mind. I mean, some people are foodies, so maybe it would be for them, but it wouldn't be for me.
No, or a place that like some haunted location for me.
Yeah, I'd be alone in my cemetery. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. We like cemeteries here, Patrick, so welcome.
People are dying to get in those places.
I wish everybody could see the straightest face he just said that joke with, because the joke was good, but the face was better.
Yes, it was.
Lots of practice. Every time I'm driving by a cemetery with somebody in the car, I say it.
Dad jokes, got it.
Next is Robert Anthony Buell. Bell? It's Buell. Buell?
Bueller.
Bueller. No.
Bueller.
If you know, you know. I didn't know till 6 months ago.
Last year?
Yeah, I never seen that movie.
What's a Bueller?
Oh, great movie.
Oh, good. I'm not the only one.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Oh, I'm not the only one.
Oh.
All right, we're going to have to watch that.
Bum,
Hallelujah.
bum, bum.
So when we're all snuggling later, we'll watch that.
Is that a wow because we'll be snuggling or a wow because...
Wow, because you've never seen it.
No.
You ever seen The Breakfast Club?
No.
What?
Oh my God.
I've also never seen The Breakfast Club.
Fired.
She's fired us twice today, Patrick.
On my first day.
Shame.
Shall be unbeliever, Charlie.
Expired.
Expired. I love that commercial. If you know, you know, that ant commercial.
For Geico.
Yeah. All the ants come over. Like, instead of like ants, like the bug, you know, ants that you are in your family.
Boo, Geico.
Anyways.
Okay. Well, Robert, so it wasn't his crime that really intrigued me. It was his last meal, and he had a single unpitted olive.
Just one olive.
Yep.
Was it black or green?
It doesn't say.
That's important. That's really important information because you're
Well-
a sociopath if you eat a green olive.
But I feel like black ones aren't pitted, right?
I hate black olives.
I hate green olives.
What? Green olives? Oh, have you ever had one with garlic in the middle? Oh my
Oh,
God. It
They're
is.
so
disgusting.
Oh.
So good.
I don't like to eat green things.
Or you get one with a piece of blue cheese in it.
Disgusting. Blue cheese. Mm-mm.
Chef's kiss.
Green olives are only acceptable on deviled eggs.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I can get down with that.
A little
That's it. That's
paprika.
the only way it's
A
acceptable.
A little paprika.
little paprika. Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe a little salt and pepper, you know.
I think your
little
mom-
pinch.
I think your mom made deviled eggs for us when we were in Florida, Patrick.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah.
That's one of the few things she knows how to cook.
Love you, Teresa.
Shots are fired.
Love you,
over
Mom.
here. I like it.
No, Teresa's like one of my favorite aunts. I love Teresa.
Teresa's the
Amazing.
goat.
She's actually my godmother. I don't know if you knew that, but she's my
I
godmother.
didn't know that.
Yeah, your parents are my godparents.
That I did not know.
Oh, yeah.
Fun fact. Learn some
course.
family history here.
Add another kid onto their roster.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know if it was a black, but I feel like the black ones aren't pitted, but is it because they're usually unpitted before they're in the...
Well, all olives have a pit in
Yeah,
them.
they must at some point.
Huh. Well, Wanderers, if you know...
Send us a text. Link is down in the show notes.
Please, we have no text right now. We would love to hear from you.
Even if you're like, you guys suck, we want to hear.
Hey, cousin Mark, we haven't heard from you lately.
I know. What
Where
the
you
hell?
at,
Oh,
Mark?
cousin Mark?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cousin Mark is a paid subscriber.
He is. He
Oh.
bought merch. He is on board.
He's got the hat. He's got
Yeah.
the shirt. He's got the shorts. He's got the knee-high socks.
Ooh, knee-high socks would actually be fun. Are you killing for a good podcast? Listen to Wicked Wanderings.
I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a good saying.
Thank you. See, I come up with good shit.
And if you too would like to join our subscribers, the link is in the show notes below.
Subscriber die.
For as little as $3 a month.
Thank you.
So next is the one, the only. Anyone have a guess?
Is it Bundy?
It is
It wouldn't be a podcast if she didn't bring up Ted Bundy, everybody.
Ted Bundy.
Okay,
Patrick-
I've heard the name in passing.
Okay, in passing.
Wow.
God.
Probably because did you see the movie that came out with Zac Efron?
Okay, that's where I've heard the name from.
There you go.
Everybody likes Zac Efron as
No.
a serial killer.
I don't like Zac Efron at all, but
He didn't pull
did-
it off.
He tried,
He's better in other roles, like musicals.
like High School Musical.
Oh,
We're all
God.
in this together.
I
No.
boycotted that.
Nobody
though.
else?
That's a favorite in my household.
Really?
Yeah, we love High School Musical in my house.
All right, no judgment. No judgment zone in the circle of podcasting.
I grew up with two sisters that were obsessed with it, so naturally I ended up liking it too. So
Oh.
Let me guess. Was it your twin and Bianca?
it was my twin and Bianca.
Oh, I win. So I won't get into his crime because he
Everyone knows what he did.
did a lot
I don't.
in a bug. He killed a lot. He did.
Oh, okay, that's all I need.
He
to know.
also escaped.
Oh,
Yep. He escaped jail.
Yeah.
He escaped out of a courthouse.
Oh.
He was actually really quite brilliant. He had a whole family. He was studying to become a lawyer. I mean, this guy was
He worked for the suicide hotline.
Yep.
Which is ironic.
Is so ironic.
It's a good cover.
So he did get the electric chair in 1989, but his last meal, he did not request one.
He thought he was going to escape again.
Maybe. He was given steak, eggs, hash browns, toast with butter and jelly, milk, coffee, and juice, and he did not eat any of it.
So they just decided like that's what they were going to give him?
Yep.
This sounds like a good meal.
But is it worth your last meal ever?
Oh, probably not.
Yeah. Hash browns are good, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Our next person is Alton Coleman. So this guy was a spree killer.
Spree?
Spree.
So does that mean just random?
Kill, 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 kill,
Okay,
kill.
cool.
Purge
You know.
style. Got
Yep.
it.
So he ended up meeting this woman called Deborah Brown, who decided to join him. And
Oh,
so it kind of reminded me of like a Bonnie and Clyde, except with murder.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too.
She just decided, you make it sound so casual. She was just like, you know what I could do? I could murder some people with you.
Yeah.
I got plans tomorrow.
Yeah,
what a love story.
Yeah.
That would be a good Hollywood film.
I thought so too. So anyway, so Coleman was sentenced to death in 3 states, mind you.
Wow.
So he got around.
Did he have a last meal in each state?
Well, he was executed in Ohio.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can't kill someone 3 times.
Could revive them and then make them go through it again and again and again.
Wow, you psycho. Holy hell, woman. So his last meal in 2002 was a well-done filet mignon with mushrooms, fried chicken breasts, salad with French dressing,
Oh.
sweet potato pie with whipped cream, French fries, collard greens, onion rings, cornbread, broccoli with melted cheese, biscuits and gravy, and a cherry Coke.
Does it say he ate that all?
It doesn't say he didn't.
Fair enough.
I respect the cherry Coke.
I was just going to say the cherry Coke was like the perfect ending to that.
That's a good way to wash it down.
Cherry Coke, root beer.
Oh, this guy is interesting. So this guy's name is Francis Crowley, and he was born in 1912. Okay, so this is an old school one. He was a 1930s gangster,
Oh.
and he went on a crime spree that was really short-lived, and it ended in a shootout with police with 300 officers, 15,000 people like just watching all this going down, right? And the guy was super, super young because he got the electric chair when he was 19.
Oh.
Like, this guy was freaking young.
That's kind of sad.
And he was a menace because while he was incarcerated, he set his bed on fire.
With what?
But imagine being 19, you get the electric chair, like you've barely lived.
I wonder how long they have to like, I don't know if there is a jurisdiction on this. Maybe you came up across it, but do they have to make the determination that somebody's going to be eligible to be on death row before a year? Because otherwise he was a minor when they decided to do that.
So that's where appeals come in. But this was also the 30s. I don't know if that had a reason to do with it.
And they did tend to look at people much younger as adults at that point too.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Before we get back to the podcast, I want to let everyone know that we have a new design in our store. It's a t-shirt design inspired by one of our fans, and you can get it today on our website. As always, our merch store is what keeps us going, so thank you for all of the support. We love you all.
I was going to say, nowadays that would not happen because there's usually about 20 years of appeals that happen before you actually get executed.
Because
Which
literally,
makes sense.
This guy did the crimes. 31, he was in jail. 32, he died. I mean, this was
was quick.
super quick.
That was quick.
They kind of just didn't care back then.
So young.
They're
my
like, nah, this
God.
guy's definitely guilty.
This guy definitely killed people. Let's just kill him right now.
I never understood how that was part of it. Like, let's show this person that they are wrong for taking another human's life. And what way to do that? Then let's also be wrong and take someone's life.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem appropriate.
Yeah. I think this guy had the ability to be rehabilitated because the way it was written, it sounded like he just kind of went on a killing spree. He was known as Two Guns. So you would have 2 guns in one hand, just going boom, 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 off everybody. There must have been some type of background where why it happened.
What kind of background do you think that, like from a mental health standpoint, what kind of background do you think could contribute to somebody doing that kind of behavior?
I had to have been home.
Yeah.
Because being, 17, 18 when this happened. I mean, it had to have been home life.
Yeah, some kind of neglect or missing
Yeah.
some type of, yeah.
I mean, maybe his family was like part of the mob, you know?
That's also a very valid point.
Like, it could have just been like the life he was just born into.
Normalized.
So like just killing people is just, you know, an average Wednesday.
Yeah. So his last meal was steak and onions, French fries, apple pie, and both ice cream and melted ice cream.
Oh, melted ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was interesting. So, with that, everybody, I have a question to ask everyone like I did in the beginning. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
What would your last meal be?
I would probably choose a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell.
Oh,
Probably two of them. Their new Cantina Chicken Tacos. Probably a few of those. Probably a 20-piece McNugget from McDonald's.
ooh, that's good.
And I would wash it down with 2 large Zero Baja Blasts.
Ooh.
Well, what's your sauce for the nugs, though?
Oh, sweet and sour.
Definitely.
All the
There's
way.
no other
Did
option.
you just say 0?
Yeah.
Why does it matter?
tastes
Bring on the
different.
sugar.
There's
It tastes different.
It's just a different taste. It's
He's
a
watching
different
his
vibe.
calories on his
Yeah.
last day.
0 sugar Baja Blast.
All right, how about one of each?
Okay.
Then my dessert would probably be a warm chocolate brownie with vanilla ice cream.
Ooh, that's
Good choice. I already said mine. Dino nuggets, sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's, and Kraft mac and cheese. The original shape, because when they're shaped like other things, they don't taste the same.
So, what kind of shape? You don't want shell.
No, the regular shape of macaroni.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
noodle.
Noodle, exactly.
Noodle. Got it.
I would have a bowl of shepherd's pie, authentic, ground lamb, peas, carrots, mashed potatoes, gravy. And you keep on saying Taco Bell, so tacos are in my head, and I love tacos, so probably a few hard shell tacos, and probably a McChicken, add ketchup, a McDouble, no mustard, add mayo, and a sweet tea, a double sweet tea from McDonald's.
A double?
Yeah.
Like you want 2 of them?
I want 2 of them because I got a lot of food,
That's true. You got to wash it down with something.
Courtney, did you say a drink?
No, I didn't say a drink.
Do you want to say a drink?
What would I have for a drink? Root beer. I think it would be root beer.
A&W?
A&W, definitely. Not Barks. I don't want that crap.
Regular root beer or root beer float?
Root beer float, definitely.
all right,
Yeah, root beer
all right.
float. With that old-fashioned vanilla ice cream in it and a nice straw.
And then I would take for my dessert, a pint of the mint chocolate chip from Ben and Jerry's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good. Yeah, that's my last meal. Hannah?
Jeez. So I miss my mom's old cooking from when I was younger. So I probably would do her homemade pizza
Her deep dish.
Yeah, I just have great memories of that.
That sounds good.
And I probably would have her make her potato and leek soup that I love so much. And then I'd probably have her make the carrot soup that's pureed. That's freaking phenomenal. And then definitely some fries. Definitely need fries.
Oh, I forgot fries for mine.
Too late. No,
Oh,
You're
no.
already dead. You can't have fries now.
No fries for you.
I do love waffle fries. So definitely waffle fries.
From where?
Maybe in like a
Chick-fil-A waffle fries?
No, I probably do like a wings over waffle fry with like a
Ooh.
garlic parm seasoning on
That's a
it.
good choice.
Ooh.
What about mozzarella sticks?
No mozzarella sticks for me. Yeah, I'd probably add some mac and cheese. And then I'd probably want to watch The Night Before Christmas if I could watch a movie while eating. And then to drink,
Coffee,
no
beer.
You don't want to be
if I
energized for
can't
your
have-
last day?
alcohol. If I can't have alcohol, I probably,
Tall glass of water.
I might be weird and have a ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
That is kind of odd.
No
It is
judgment.
odd. No judgment.
No judgment.
I mean, I had my mom make most of my last meal. That's not odd, but the ginger ale is.
Do you think that they actually would, like, if you had requested, they would allow someone to make the meal for you? Or do you think it has to be something they can source themselves?
Well, I mean, if someone says I want a Big Mac from McDonald's, they can't make that in the cafeteria.
Well-
You have to go to McDonald's and get it.
So one-
it's 2024. They're door dashing that.
So one of the things they did talk about when she was talking about how last meals have changed over the years, one of the things is that they make sure it can be locally sourced and it can't be like caviar from Russia. Like that was one of the examples.
Okay.
It can't be anything stupid that you just can't get. If you're in Texas getting electrocuted, like it can't be something you can't get in Texas.
Yeah, that could prolong your time.
Right. So are we doing a card?
Oh, yes. Yeah, so Patrick, at the end of the episode, we take out this deck of cards. It's called Massachusetts Unresolved Cases. It consists of homicides and missing persons. So we just go through, and I will have you pick a card. And if you want to read it, you can.
All right. It's a missing person. Debbie Mello. It's a queen of diamonds.
There we go.
Ooh, okay.
So on June 20th, 2000, between 3 and 4 a.m., Debbie Mello was last seen in the area of Route 18 in Weymouth after an argument with her husband, Lewis Mello. Debbie has been missing since that date. If you have any info about this case, please call 1-855-MA-SOLVE.
He did it. It was definitely the husband in that one.
You think?
I feel like that's too obvious.
I
though.
thought she was saying I did something.
Oh, no. You did great, Patrick. I'm sorry.
Ooh. My reading worked today.
Oh, Debbie.
Come on. You have an argument with your husband? Come on.
I mean, you have arguments with your husband, and
It's either the husband or the husband's mistress.
that's what I was thinking.
You think it's the mistress?
It's always the mistress. She's
There's a
like, if I
mistress.
can't have him, then he's going to prison. And you're dead.
Do we have anything from the news that we would like to discuss?
Anybody have anything?
Any craziness?
5 people were arrested in the case of Matthew Perry's death.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
a good one.
I didn't see anything about that. Tell me more.
Seriously?
Yeah. I live under a rock.
Yeah, so apparently there was this woman. She was considered the queen of whatever the drug that he died using.
Meth?
No, it was
Oh.
a
A pill.
a prescription.
Oh, okay.
She was the queen of it, and then
What
there
do
was
you
a
mean
couple other
queen?
doctors. Matthew
It's
Perry.
always doctors.
How do you become the queen of a
Yeah, I
prescription?
know. I don't understand that.
Ketamine queen.
Oh, okay. Ketamine. That makes sense.
Yeah,
You know, it's so sad because he just came out with that documentary
yeah.
and a book, didn't he?
Yeah,
wasn't
I
it
saw the
both?
book the other day when I was at the bookstore.
Yeah. And he talked about his addiction issues. That's just so sad.
Yeah, so this is just from CNN. Their title of this story is called How Doctors and a Ketamine Queen Took Advantage of Matthew Perry and Played a Role in His Death, according to prosecutors.
I mean, I'm not a big Friends fan, but I do feel bad for it. Does anyone watch Friends?
I
love
watched
Friends.
Friends, yeah.
Never seen an episode.
Patrick, what'd you say?
What?
I love Friends.
You do?
Yeah, it's a great show. I haven't watched through it in a while. I used to watch it before bed.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't have a TV in my bedroom now, so
It's a really good comfort show.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
good comfort show. You know what's going to happen.
yeah. That and that 70s show are good comfort
Exactly,
shows.
yeah. Those are
See,
two
I
good
couldn't
ones.
get into Friends.
Seriously?
I just don't. So I actually had a friend that I made when I was studying abroad in Scotland. He was from China, and that's how he learned English, was by watching Friends, which I thought
Learned
was
some
amazing.
interesting words, I'm
That's
sure.
so cool.
But I just couldn't get into it. I've tried it twice already, and I just was like,
It's an acquired taste.
yeah.
You have to have like that certain sense of humor.
Yeah, you have to have that sense of humor. You know,
But I do have humor.
it's a stereotypical sitcom. You know,
Yeah. I always think of the episode where he's like wearing the turkey, or she's wearing the turkey.
yeah, that's a good episode. I usually think of the episode with the couch, with the pivot.
Yeah.
That's a good episode.
They're all good episodes.
See, I like The Office. I feel
I've
like that's
never
weird.
seen it.
The Office is okay.
Love The Office.
It's okay. It's a different sense of humor than Friends.
I
though.
need us to
Yeah.
agree on some type of show.
Well,
I've been watching Community.
Never heard of it.
Never heard
it's
of it either.
It's has Donald Glover in it.
Oh.
Who's that?
never heard of him. Them.
He was like a rapper at one point. I forgot what his rapper name was, but it's a good show. Very funny. It was it's from like the early 2010s, and a lot of the humor in it, you would not be able to get away with it these days.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
I feel like those like Home Improvement and oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, that face makes sense.
Yeah. Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Good old
For
Donald.
everyone listening, I just showed everyone a picture of Donald Glover. Anyways.
Well, thank you, Wanderers. Thank you for coming on this fun journey with us. And there will be more of the cookbook coming soon.
Definitely. And if you want to send us a text, there is a link down in the show notes. Says send us a text message. We got the merch. There's a link down in the show notes. We got some new shirts. I'm actually wearing one right now. And
You know what we should do?
what?
It'd be so fun. We should actually make something from the cookbook
Yeah.
and then do a video on it.
Yeah.
Us making it.
For our
that might
TikTok.
be fun, yeah.
Also, if you haven't already, make sure to follow us on all our socials. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok. So every time we do these little recordings, we can just go live and you can watch it from there.
And I'm fascinated to hear what everybody else's last meal would be. So send us a text and let us know. We can read them the next time we record.
Definitely.
Thank you, Patrick.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you
This
for
was
joining
fun.
us.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to have you on again.
Oh, absolutely. I will have to watch more episodes.
Watch, you mean listen.
See, he's excited for the TikTok.
I
that we
watch
don't
with
have
my.
yet.
I listen with my eyes.
Me too. Me too, Patrick.
All right. Thank you, Wanderers. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for listening today. Wicked Wanderings is hosted by me, Hannah.
And it's produced by Rob Fitzpatrick.
Music by Sasha N.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to leave a rating and review, and be sure to follow on all socials. You can find the links down in the show notes. If you're looking for some really cozy t-shirts or hoodies, head over to the merch store. Thank you for being a part of the Wicked Wanderings community. We appreciate every one of you. Stay curious, keep exploring, and always remember to keep on wandering.